Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my dear students. Do you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
What is the common name of Liliaceae family?
Lily family. Lily family.
Lily family. Have you prepared well for the tomorrow's test? Good afternoon, Mr. Mike. Liliaceae families belongs to dicots or monocotyledons of angiosperms.
Monocot, sir.
Monocot.
Monocotyledons. Very good.
Good afternoon.
Brassicaceae. Good afternoon, Abhay. Good afternoon. Brassicaceae.
Dicot, sir.
Dicots. Fabaceae.
Dicot, sir.
Dicots. Solanaceae.
Dicots.
Dicots. So Liliaceae is the monocotyledons of angiosperms. Okay. Bulb is found in?
Onion.
Yes, very good. Onion. Onion. Last week we have, the day before yesterday, we have discussed about that. Some of the characteristics of Liliaceae family: bulb, onion, garlic, and lily. Rhizome and stem is in? Rhizome in
Ginger.
Liliaceae family.
Gloriosa.
Gloriosa. Very good, very good. Car.
Calcium.
Calcium. Calcium. Very good. Calcium. Right. And today we will discuss about the remaining characteristics of Liliaceae family. The leaves, the vegetative characters. The leaves. The leaves are simple. How many types of the leaves are there?
Two
Already
types.
knowledge about. Very good. Already knowledge about the types of the leaves. Leaves are simple. Mostly basal means the leaves are very near, close to the root system. The stem is reduced or not in allium, onion, garlic, and in lily plant species. The stem is highly reduced. The length of the stem is highly reduced. It's unreduced stem. The reduced stem. You already know the characteristics of the stem. Stem is differentiated into nodes and internodes. The leaves are arranged, develops from the nodes region of the stem and branches. Here, the stem is highly reduced. In most of the plants, the majority of the plant species, the stem length is reduced. The leaves are very close to the root system. Okay, here I drawn one leaf. It's another leaf. Next leaf. The leaf bases are involved in storage of the food material. So leaves are very close to the root system. So the mostly basal leaves are basal. Okay, na? Now have you written this one? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. So the leaves are simple and the linear. Okay, so the leaves are linear. Exstipulate. What is exstipulate?
Absence of
What
stipulation.
stipule is present?
Present or not?
Not present, sir.
Not present.
Exstipulate means the stipules are absent. The leaves are linear, exstipulate, and parallel variation is present. Already learned about the types of variations. Variation types of variation. So in monocotyledon leaves, generally what is the variation?
Parallel venation.
Is the parallel variation is present. So the leaves are simple, mostly basal, linear, and exstipulate. Stipules absent, exstipulate. And what is the variation? The parallel variation is present.
Parallel.
Very parallel variation. In Brassicaceae, Solanaceae, and in Fabaceae,
Reticulate.
Reticulate venation.
very reticulate variation. Right now, the vegetative characters are completed. Next, we have to know about the floral characters. The floral characters. Floral characters. So the floral characters are begins that starts with inflorescence. Inflorescence. The inflorescence is cymose. Generally, cymose type of the inflorescence. Solitary. Already know very well about the inflorescence.
Yes.
We have learned about the cymose, racemose type of the inflorescence and solitary. These terms, you are familiar with these terms, cymose and solitary. Right. In some of the plant species, umbel inflorescence. Umbellate clusters. Umbellate clusters. In umbellate type of the inflorescence, umbellate type of the inflorescence. So this is a terminal region of the floral axis, terminal region of the floral axis. Several flowers are present. The first formed flowers are present towards the periphery, whereas the younger ones are present towards the center. Younger ones. Younger ones are present towards the center. So flowers are arranged in centripetal manner. The older flowers are present towards at the periphery, whereas younger ones are present towards the center. The flower opening takes place from periphery to towards the center. So, what is the arrangement in this inflorescence? Arrange. Very good. Centripetal.
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 I'm a central.
Right, centripetal. So, older flowers, where are they? The location of the older flowers, the position of the older flowers. The older flowers are presented towards periphery or towards the center.
Periphery.
Towards the very. So these umbellate clusters, umbel type of the inflorescence, umbellate clusters are present. For example, in onion, already have drawn in notes, class notes, the NCERT textbook, the diagram, one of the inflorescence diagram has given umbellate cluster in onion plants. Umbellate clusters. Have you read it on this one? Do you have any doubts regarding this? Please message me answer in the chat box.
Sir, on what flowers will origin, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, on what flowers will origin, sir?
Floral axis, sir.
Floral axis, sir, that is.
This is the floral axis, ma'am. This is peduncle. Several flowers are there now on this terminal region. So each of the here the flower is having the pedicel. Is it visible clearly? At peripheral region in this flower, right? Here the flower. So this is top of the flower. Pedicel. This is the pedicel. The floral axis, the tip of the floral axis, at the terminal region of the floral axis, is produces the several flowers. The older flowers, the first formed flowers are present towards the peripheral region. Younger ones are present towards the center. So this is the start of the flower pedicel. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, the flowers. The in detail characters of the flower. So flowers are actinomorphic, bisexual. Flowers are actinomorphic and bisexual. Okay. In the Fabaceae family flowers,
Zygomorphic and
Zygomorphic.
zygomorphic. Very good. Are they unisexual or bisexual?
Bisexual.
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 Right. In Liliaceae family, the non-essential organs do not differentiate into calyx and corolla. In a Brassicaceae family, mustard plant,
Okay.
yes, in Brassicaceae and Fabaceae, and in Solanaceae family, the calyx is the non-essential organs are differentiated into calyx and corolla. Calyx is appeared in one color and corolla is appeared in another color, different colors regarding the color variation. Calyx is in a Brassicaceae, Solanaceae, Fabaceae. Yes, very good, Abhay. That's if the non-essential organs do not differentiate, such non-essential organs are known as the perianth. Perianth. Okay, in perianth, how many the units of perianth known as tepals? The units of perianth known as tepals. What are the units of calyx?
Sepals.
Sepals.
Tepals.
Sepals.
The units of corolla?
Petals.
Sepals.
Petals.
Petals, very good. Right. In the perianth, non-essential organs do not differentiate into calyx and corolla. Such non-essential organs known as the perianth. The units of perianth known as the tepals. The tepals are 6. The tepals are. How many tepals are there? How many tepals are there in a perianth? 6. Very good. So these 6 perianths, the 6 tepals, among the 6 tepals, 3 are arranged in one row, and the remaining 3 tepals are arranged in another row. Already have drawn the diagram in perianth. Right, how many tables are there in a perianth? 6 tables are there. The 6 tables are arranged in 2 whorls. Each whorl is consist of the 3 tables. Okay, in some of the plant members, Liliaceae family, the perianth tepals are not united with each other, not united, free. Wall weight estimation. What is the estimation? The wall weight estimation is present. In some of the plants of Liliaceae family, the tepals are united. Tepals are united. How many tepals are there? The perianth is denoted as which alphabet? The perianth is denoted as
P.
very good P. Right. Perianth, P, perianth. Right, 6 tables are there. They are arranged in 2 rows. Means P, 3 places, 3. P alphabet is denotes the perianth. The perianth is consist of 6 tepals. The 6 tepals are arranged in 2 rows, 2 whorls. Each whorl is consist of 3 tepals. In some of the plant species, the tepals are free, not united with each other. In some of the plant species, the tepals are united with each other. So P 3 plus 3 within the bracket, it's indicated the tepals are free. Tepals are fused. Sorry, tepals are fused. Whereas this is indicated, represents that P 3 plus 3 without the bracket means the tepals are free, not fused. Right. The perianth consists of the 6 tepals. The 6 tepals are arranged in 2 whorls. Two whorls. The each whorl is consists of 3 tepals. The Wall-Witt estimation is correct. What is the estimation? Wall-Witt estimation. Right. What are the next units in a flower?
Andrecium.
Andrecium. Right. Andrecium is consist of the 6 stamens. Andrecium is consist of the 6 stamens. The stamens are arranged in 2 whorls. A6. How many stamens are there? They are arranged, 6 stamens are there. Are they arranged in 1 whorl or 2 whorls? 2 whorls. Right. The each whorl is consist of 3 stamens. The Andrecium A 6, they are arranged in 2 whorls. In some of the plant species, the stamens are free. A 3 plus 3. In some of the plant species, the stamens are fused. A 3 plus 3 within bracket. Within the bracket. Okay now. In how many stamens are there in Andrecium? The number of stamens in Andrecium? 6 stamens. Right. Among the 6 stamens, how they are arranged in? The 6 stamens are arranged in 2 whorls. Each whorl is consists of 3 stamens. In some of the plant species, the stamens are not united. In some of the plant species, the stamens are united. So A 3 plus 3, it indicates that, it represents that the stamens are united, fused. Whereas in this A 3 plus 3 without backing, it indicates that the stamens are free. In some of the plant species, the stamens are attached to the perianth. Already learned about that. Epiphyllus. Epiphyllus. What is epiphyllus?
Stamens attached to perianth.
Very good. The stamens are
attached to perianth.
attached to the perianth is known as epiphyllus. Epiphyllus is seen in which plant?
Lily.
Lily.
Very good. Lilies belongs to the Liliaceae family. Lily is one of the plant. That the lily plant is example for Liliaceae family. Okay, in lily plant species, already have learned about epiphyllus. What is epiphyllus? An example, and epipetalus, an example. alveoli. The epiphyllus is seen in one of the plant of Liliaceae, that is lily. In lily plant species, the stamens are attached to the perianth, that is called as a epiphyllus.
Sir, it is seen only in lily or almost all plants of lilies.
Not all the Liliaceae plants. In some of the plant species, like as lily.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay, no? Is it clear?
sir,
Yes, no?
sir, in epiphyllus, the how many whorls will be there, sir? Sir, is there any separate whorl for stamens or androecium?
How many orals on thalamus?
Ah, yes, sir. Sir, androecium arises from any whorl, sir, in epiphyllus.
Androecium, depending upon the plants, that varies. In some, most of the plants, that single oral arises from the one oral. And in some of the plants, species, two orals, more than two orals are also
Sir,
there.
sir, in specifically epiphyllus, sir, in epiphyllus, androecium arises from any whorl.
Epiphyllus, the stamens are, epiphyllus means the stamens are attached to the perianth, tepals. One minute. What is pedicel?
Stalk of the flower, sir.
Stalk of the flower. The technical reason of the pedicel is called
Thalamus, sir.
thalamus. Okay.
Receptacle.
Thalamus or receptacle. It is involved in formation of the floral appendages. For example, in the perianth, this Liliaceae family, the perianth is arranged in how many orals? Perianth is
Two
arranged
whorls,
in
sir.
two orals. Right. Two orals. Two orals, perianth. Okay, this is the one of the oral. Suppose outermost oral, next oral. The six tepals are there. The six tepals are arranged in two orals. The each oral is consist of how
Three
many
perianth.
tepals?
Three tepals.
Three people.
Three tepals. Next, what is the next part? After that, non-essential organs. Essential organs. The essential organs, the androecium.
Androecium.
Right. Androecium is consist of the how many stamens? Six stamens. Among the six stamens, the three stamens are arranged in one oral, and the next three in another oral. Right? Arises from the nodes, and these are attached to the perianth. Attached to the perianth. One stamen. Right. Next is stamen. Attached to the perianth tepals. Attached to the tepals. Attached to the tepals, perianths. Okay, now is it clear?
Yes,
Attached.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Didicus. The others are Didicus. Already know that. Very well about the anther is made of how many lobes?
2 lobes.
2 lobes. Right. Didicus. The anther is made of 2 lobes. So Didicus. Next, what is the next part of the flower?
Gynoecium.
Gynoecium. The gynoecium is consist of the 3 carpels. Syncarpus. Syncarpus. Already know syncarpus means. You all learned about epocarpus gynoecium and syncarpus gynoecium. Syncarpus gynoecium means the carpels are 3 are fused with each other.
Fused.
Carpels, very good. Carpels are fused. Syncarpus gynoecium. 3 carpels are there. 3 carpels are attached with each other, united with each other, fused with each other. Is the syncarpus gynoecium. Tricarpellary. 3 carpels are present in gynoecium. Look here. So this is one of the carpel, and the second carpel, third carpel. 3 carpels are there. 3 carpels means tricarpellary. Tri means 3. 3 carpels are present. Tricarpellary. Tricarpellary. Syncarpus. Syncarpus gynoecium. Tricarpellary, syncarpus gynoecium. Syncarpus means carpels are fused, united with each other. So gynoecium is the tricarpellary syncarpus. So 3 locules are present in a ovary. 3 locules are present in a ovary. Trilocular. Look here, this is one locule. Three locules. How many locules are there? How many chambers are there in the ovary?
3 locules.
3 locules. So this is one locule, one chamber, and the next second chamber, third chamber. So trilocular. Trilocular. Trilocular means the 3 chambers are present. Trilocular. And axial placentation. Already highlighted about the placentation and types of the placentation. The axial placentation is seen in. What are the plants? What are the examples given?
Tomato.
Lemon, tomato.
Lemon tomato. That's
Tomato.
tomato is belongs to which family?
Solanaceae.
Solanaceae.
Here we are discussing about the family.
Liliaceae.
Liliaceae.
Axial. And in axial placentation, the ovules are arises from axis region of the ovule. Ovules are arises from axis region of So this is the axis region of the ovary. The ovules are attached at the axis region of the ovary. So that placentation is called as the axile placentation. Axile placentation. Right? In Fabaceae family, Solanaceae family, the placentation is
Axial placentation.
axile, very good. In Fabaceae family, the placentation
Marginal placentation.
marginal, very good.
Marginal placentation.
As you can see, the placentation is mustard. One of the example is given.
Parietal.
Title. Title.
Parietal, sir.
Parietal placentation. Important for objective point of view. So triloncular syncarpus axial placentation is seen in option 1 is Brassicaceae. Option 2 is Fabaceae. Option 3 is Solanaceae. Option 4 is Liliaceae. What is the answer for this question? Please message me answer. Very good. The Liliaceae family. Next in the Floralica, the fruits and the seeds. The fruits. Fruits are capsule and berry. Capsule in some of the plant species. Majority of the Liliaceae family, the fruit is capsule. In some of the plant species, the fruit is berry. Already highlighted about the characteristics of capsule and berry. In Solanaceae family, the mostly berry and rarely capsule. Already we have discussed about that, the capsule and berry fruits. Okay, so the capsule, most of the Liliaceae plants members, the fruit is capsule. Whereas in some of the plant species of Liliaceae family, the fruit is berry. So which of the following fruits are present in Liliaceae family? Option 1 is capsule. Option 2 is berry. Option 3 is legume. Option 4 is 1 and 2.
Option 4, 1 and 2. Sir.
Very good. Option 4 is the correct answer. Capsule and berry. Which of the following fruits are present in Solanaceae family? Then what is the answer?
Option 4, 1 and 2.
Very good. Option 4 1 and 2. So which of the following fruit is present in most of the Liliaceae plants? Then what is the answer?
Option 1, capsule.
Very good. Option 1 is. Which of the following fruit is mostly present in Solanaceae family? Then what is the answer?
Sir, option 2, berry.
Very good, okay. That's option 2. Then. Option 2 is right. The seeds are consist of endosperm tissue, endospermic seeds. Endosperm tissue is present or not in mature seeds of the Liliaceae family.
Present.
Present. Already know, we have learned about the types of seeds based on the endosperm tissue is present or not in a mature seeds. The two types of seeds are there. So endospermic and non-endospermic seeds. So in the Liliaceae family, the seeds are endospermic. Endosperm tissue is present in the mature seeds. Now we have to know about economic importance. The economic importance of Liliaceae family. Write it down. The importance of Liliaceae. Importance of it. The Liliaceae family. Right. Some of the plants are grown as ornamentals. Ornamental plants, like as tulip and then gloriosa. Which of the following plants are grown as which of the following? The Liliaceae family plants are grown as ornamental plants. Option 1 is tulip. Option 2 is gloriosa. Option 3 is euphorbia. Option 4 is 1 and
Option 4 1 and
sorry. Option 4 is the correct answer. In theory, subjective point of view, write the importance of Liliaceae family. Whereas in objective point of view, which plants of the Liliaceae are cultivated as ornamental plants? Tulip and gloriosa. Fourth option is a correct answer. Right. Some of the plants are good, that cultivated as ornamental plants. Some of the Liliaceae plant members provides the medicine. The medicine is extracted from some of the plants of Liliaceae. For example, that aloe vera, aloe plants. Have you already know that aloe vera plant species? Aloe vera plants. Have you seen plant aloe vera plants? Please
yes
visit.
sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes.
Yes. So some of the plants, the aloe vera plant belongs to family Liliaceae. The medicine is extracted from aloe vera plant. Okay, and some of the Liliaceae family plants are used as vegetables. Asparagus, already have learned about the root modification. In asparagus, the root system, cluster of tuberous roots. Asparagus, the root system, where the fibrous root system is involved in the storage of the food materials to form the cluster of a tuberous roots, fasciculated roots. A bunch of tuberous roots, a bunch or cluster of tuberous roots. Do you remember the root modifications?
Yes sir.
Okay. In asparagus, the fibrous root system is involved in storage of the food materials. Fibrous or taproot system.
Fibrous.
Fibrous.
In sweet potato,
Adventitious.
Adventitious root.
adventitious. Carrot, turnip,
Taproot.
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 taproot. Right. And the alkaloids, the chemical substances, the colchicine is obtained from. Colchicine chemical substance is obtained from colchicum. The colchicine chemical substance, the alkaloid, is obtained from colchicum plants. Okay, na? So some of the plants cultivated as ornamental plants, like as tulip and gloriosa. The aloe vera plants are used for the extraction of the medicine. Some of the plants of the tuberous roots, used as a vegetables. Asparagus, the plants tuberous roots are used as a vegetable.
Sir, we can write onion and garlic also, no, sir, for vegetables.
Yes, we can also write onion, also the
Yes.
Liliaceae family. Right. Right. The colchicine is obtained from option 1 is aloe vera. Option 2 is asparagus. Option 3 is colchicum. Option 4 is onion.
Option 3, colchicum.
Option 3 is the colchicum.
Sir, what is the use of that, sir? Colchicine.
Colchicine is used for the doubling of the chromosomal number in a organisms. In a rice plant, do you know the number of chromosomes in a rice plant? Away?
Sir,
Rice plant diploid cell is having the 24 chromosomes. Rice plant diploid cells, whether it is in root cells or stem cells or leaf cells. Okay, the diploid cells are consist of 24 chromosomes. Now this rice plant during the sexual reproduction. What is fecundation?
the fusion of male and female gametes.
Fusion of male and female gametes. What is the ploidy of male gamete?
Haploid.
Haploid. Means the male gamete in rice plant, the male gamete is having how many chromosomes?
1.
Diploid cell, suppose in the diploid cell 24 chromosomes are there.
Yes. 12 chromosomes, sir. 12 chromosomes.
Very good. In the male gamete, the 12 chromosomes are pollen tube germinate non-stigma to form pollen tube. The pollen tube carries the two male gametes. Already highlighted about the double fertilization process. Right. The two male gametes are there. Each male gamete is having half of the chromosomal number. Right. In ovule, already highlighted about the structure of the embryo sac. Embryo sac are female gamete. Okay. How many female gametes are present in the embryo sac?
1 female gamete, sir.
One female gamete. Very good. So during the sexual reproduction, the haploid male gamete is fused with the haploid female gamete.
To
So
form
haploid gamete consists of 12 chromosomes. The female gamete is consist of the 12 chromosomes. So haploid male and female gametes are fused to form a diploid
zygote.
zygote. So after fertilization process, ovule is become into seed. If the seeds are sown in a soil, that progeny. How many chromosomes are present in diploid cells?
24.
48. 24. 24.
24. Because here the male and female gametes, haploid male and female gametes are fused to form zygote. The zygote gives rise to embryo. If the seed is sown in a soil, the next generation rice plants are also having the same RL.
Yes.
Yes, same number of chromosomes. If colchicine chemical is applied on the plants, species, the chromosomal number is doubled. Suppose if the existing the rice plant is having the 24 chromosomes, if colchicine is applied,
It becomes 48.
that's the next progeny, the next founder, the rice plants are having the 48 chromosomes. If again in next progeny plants also, if the colchicine is applied, then the chromosomal number is become double.
96.
96. Like that. That's
Sir,
maybe
physically there won't be any changes, no, sir. Only in chromosomal number there will be changes.
chromosomal number and height of the plant, number of leaves, and the product that is also varies. Sometimes that is maybe harmful to the plant organism. That leads to death.
Okay, sir.
That is importance of colchicine. So colchicine is obtained from the colchicum. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, the anatomy of the flowering plants. Next class, we will discuss about anatomy of the flowering plants. Do you have any doubts regarding this today's session?
No doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Prepare well. All the best, my dear students. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay.
Sir, bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.